And hello, welcome back to my channel. Yes. Club Brugge Antwerp today. Let's hope we can just watch it fine. Because, you know, clown show. That's what it is, it's a clown show. Club Brugge Antwerp, there we go. And it's, game is loading. Oh, there we go, we have it. Took a little while to load. Yeah, sorry I'm a bit late. Sorry, not sorry, basically. Bit interesting that Stankovic is not starting, but I don't mind. Don't think he's been particularly good recently. So, yeah. Zolis is the one we should really be benching, I think, but, well, that's not gonna happen. Hello, big up to him. Big up. Apparently, Crystal Palace is playing right now. I thought they played later today. They're playing Man United, of course. Let me check. How long have they been playing? Well, they've been playing for 30 minutes already. I thought they played at like 3 PM. Or something like that. Interesting. So, 1-0 to Palace. Playing right at noon. I mean, they started at 12. Like, they started at high noon. Like, that's such a dumb hour to start a football game, don't you think? Football games are played way too early nowadays. But Crystal Palace is leading. Jean-Philippe Mateta with the penalty. Scoreboard is wrong. I am aware. It's obviously the scoreboard from the Man City game still. Now, it does seem like Mignolet is in goal. Interesting. I guess fuck your health. You'll just have to be fine. Antwerp is being very physical. I guess they know they can't win an actual game of football. So they're resorting to violence. Violence is the tool of the week, I suppose. And they're a fucking weak team right now. Very aggressive, though. Crystal Palace, Man United started at high noon. So that's 1 PM Brussels time. But like, which is the time most of Europe uses. But that is 12 in England. I mean, that's just such a bad hour to start a game. Like, this game starts at 1:30. But that's like 1:30 in Brussels time. So like 12:30 in UK time. But for the local populace, that's like 1:30. Everyone's eaten by that point. Meanwhile, Crystal Palace, that's when everyone's going to go eat. Great. But oh well. Palace is winning. That's all that matters. Crystal Palace goal disallowed. I don't think you mean the penalty. I think you scored again. Or the penalty was disallowed. Why? Why was the penalty disallowed? Lucky United bastards. And they scored again. They disallowed the penalty. And they reran it. And they said, nah. We're not doing this robbery shit. We will not be robbed. Vermont goes down way too easily there. Gets the free kick, but really shouldn't. But look at how aggressive Antwerp plays. Yeah, Vermont should not go down there. He should just step through him. Like, step through around him, and you're gone. He was over to Bayuki land. You would have been gone with the ball. Now the referee is talking to Van Aken for some reason. Ball with Ordonez. Deletes. Soldi goes down, but wins the ball back again, and Vermont goes down this time. I just had to put Man United, by the way. Let's see, what is Man United at this point? I'm talking ELO-wise. I've got my own ELO system. Premier League. Good ball, Spileert, and it's extended by Van Aken. Ball on the left now, Forbes. Forbes in front of the box. Try to find Lesoldi, but can't get there. Now it's cleared by Antwerp. To be fair, Palace is one of the most informed teams in the league. To be very fair. Disallowed again. Disallowed again, ole ole. Have they just scored 2 penalties and both been disallowed? There's no way. I mean, that's highway robbery. One moment. And I am back. My apologies for the brief disappearance. Oh, you know what I should do? I should put this name tag below the interlude thing. So when I bring up the interludes, the name tag isn't still there. Now Carlos Forbes, the left, going inside. Forbes in front of the box. It's out for a corner. So far so good, but no end product here quite yet. He's trying to find the player by the near post, but sometimes you need to look up and see what's happening around the box. Because it's all well and fine that he's able to find the player at the near post, but I feel like sometimes there's someone at the edge of the box who maybe you should pass to, and Forbes just goes to the near post. Ball out for the throw-in, Van Aken. Vermand. Vermand into Forbes. Forbes to Van Aken. Van Aken tries to cross the ball in. It's somehow gotten into the box, even though it took a touch. Now Brugge win the ball back in the box there, but it's gonna fall into the hands of the goalkeeper. What are they even playing in goal? Nozawa. Japanese goalkeeper. Has Japan ever had a good goalkeeper? Like not taking dig. Has Japan ever had a good goalkeeper though? But like you kind of think, hey Japan, you're not really known for the goalkeepers, are you? You know what Japan is known for? Japan is known for average players who get overrated as fuck because they get some nice touches. Like Mitoma, for example. Japan has hella players like that who are hella overrated. Ball down the right now, and it's out for the throw-in. Brugge. Spileert to take the throw-in. Throws it into the box, it's headed away. Dolis. Oh, poor ball down the left here. Very poor ball down the left. Forbes keeps it in play, gets a throw in for Brugge. But that was a very poor pass by Zolis. Someone's tying his boots there. I think it was Van Aken. Seys is going to take a throw-in into the box. It's by the near post. It's headed away by Antwerp. Ordonez wins the ball. And the second ball is won by Brugge. Zolis now kicks the ball away. Before Antwerp can counter. And Antwerp pick up the ball without the goalkeeper, Nozawa. Nozawa rolls it out to Tsunashima. Tsunashima-chan. That's the name. Tsunashima. Tsunashima. That's what I'll go with. Yuto Tsunashima. Antwerp now going forward. Shot from distance is blocked by, I believe, Ordonez. Now ball cleared away by Brugge. No chance is taken. Out for a throw in. And that's a free kick. Because of sides. Big up, Glenn. Big up. Yes, do remember to like. Ball up the pitch. Vermont, come on. Romeo is such a pussy, man. He's so techy, but he's such a pussy. He never stays on his feet. We don't talk about it. Listen, we don't talk about it. It's okay. It never even happened. It never even happened, guys. Hey, to be fair, Newcastle is a good team. I'ma just say. It's not because we lost to them. They're actually a good team. Let's not talk about the Leeds game either. Well, that Leeds game was tragic. Like, proper tragic, that Leeds game. Big up, though. How are you? What a terrible free kick this is. Straight into the hands of the goalkeeper. Throws the ball out now. Seys heads away. And heads it straight into the path of Kerk. Kerk is the only good player that Antwerp have, so we're gonna have to watch out for him. And now ball on the left again. Adekami. Running at Spileers, who's backing off a bit too much. It's a corner. Spileers can't back off that much. He really can't. He's just allowing Adekami to just walk into the box. You gotta hold your ground there as a full back. Everyone is in position. You just gotta hold your ground, not let them in the box. Kerk throws the ball backwards. It's crossed into the box and cleared. Now ball comes to the left, Adekami. Once again, defending as too passive here, and a good chance there for Antwerp. Such passive defending. Look at Zolis, he's almost standing still. He's so surprised when Adekami runs at him. And then the defending by Spileers, way too passive. No good, that. Now Ordonez. Azzurri's not paying attention. Now Spileers draws a foul. That could be a yellow card. And the defense is, yikes. Free kick to Antwerp. And it's out for a corner. Not a great game to watch so far, if we're being terribly honest with ourselves. That's what early kickoff is like, and it's corner Antwerp. It's taken short. Scott. And it's crossed in off the bar. Jesus, we got lucky there. Yikes, this is a bit easy right now for Antwerp to just get chances. They got a chance there with, I believe it was Benitez who put the ball wide. Now Scott's cross has been headed off the bar. Kerk can't get past Mechelen though. Going to Antwerp. Pretty decent area. Thrown into the box, headed up the pitch, and Tresoldi can't clear it. Now shot by Antwerp is straight at Mignolet. Today Chelsea play Arsenal indeed. Vermont has the ball on, but there's nobody to collect it. When is that game again? I think that game is at 4:30 UK time, which is 5:30 my time. Yeah. I might be able to watch that. I'm not gonna make promises though. Well, if you see me doing a watch along, then you know. And maybe I won't be doing a watch along. All depends. Brugge win the ball back here in midfield. Forward passing just by Antwerp. Vermont drops down a bit, but he doesn't get the ball. It comes down the left here with Mechelen. Mechelen plays it long. Tresoldi is trying to make a run to get it. It goes over Tresoldi's head. And now Tresoldi loses the ball. It's down the left here. Mechelen has to sprint back and gets the ball back. That's a bit lucky, but oh well. Says into the box, good cross, and it's headed over by Tresoldi. Says' crossing is mad, by the way. Like, look at that cross by Joachim Says suddenly. Imagine we had a proper striker who can head a ball. Peter Crouch scores that. The king of headers, Peter Crouch. Yeah, you know what we could use? Vincent Janssen. Joachim Says on the left, Vincent Janssen up top. Because Janssen can score a header. He's shit, but he can score a header. He'd be off the bench though. You wouldn't start him. He'd be your bench striker if you're pretty desperate. And then you can just say, Says, cross in the balls. If you can't break him down, let's say cross in the balls, everyone flood the box, bring on Vincent Janssen. Vermont gets the ball to Van Aken here, and Van Aken returns it. Vermont now out on the wide areas, gets the ball to Seys. Vermont needs to be going central. That's where he's best. Vermont on the edge of the area here, picks up the ball, gets it to Van Aken, gets it back. Still Vermont, oh, to finish his score. But that's excellent play. Try to do that a bit too fancily, Romeo. Look at that, though. Yeah, he didn't have much time, did he? He maybe could have shot with his left foot, but the angle would have been very tight. So. Yeah, you see the quality, though, of Romeo Vermont when he does those things. He's so good in just combining with players. And his goal scoring is nothing to scoff at either. Van Aken goes and presses high, actually gets the ball played into his feet, but it just rolls off his ankle. Now Antwerp again. Sommers plays the ball long, looking for Adekami, but the ball is way too far. And now it's a throw-in to Brugge. Zolis. Joachim Seys at the halfway line here. He gives the ball to Hans Van Aken. And the ball's coming around again. Zolis, Romeo. Romeo loses the ball, holds on to the ball. Now Seys, Romeo again. Romeo turns around. I think he should have just passed it up the pitch. Not sure why he turned around there. Like, it wasn't even a difficult pass. He could have easily played it, but just decided I don't want to. Ordonez. And Seys. Mechelen again. Look at how high up the pitch Spileers is. Like, I guess he's stalled, so maybe he's supposed to be a hold-up point, but no. That was a poor pass forward, and now it's a throw-in. Throw-in to Antwerp. Antwerp take it quickly. And ball won back by Romeo, but it's out for a throw-in. Again. It's a Brugge throw-in, actually. A Brugge throw-in. Thought it was to Antwerp. Oh, Van Aken, good ball here. Now Spileers. Spileers down the right. Zolis. Zolis puts it into the box. Oh. And that's just unlucky. Tresoldi, I mean... That was a good ball into the box by Romeo, but Tresoldi goes for it on a diving header. Don't know why he doesn't use his feet there. I don't know why he doesn't go for it with his left foot. Go with your left foot, try to dink the keeper. I mean, he's offside, so it doesn't really matter. Romeo will not be offside there, by the way. Romeo will make sure he's onside. Seys heads the ball away. Ordonez again. Run there from, I believe, Tresoldi, but he doesn't get picked up. Now ball forward. Zolis is going to get there. Yes. Puts the ball back for Romeo. Shots blocked. Too simple that by Romeo. Goes from trying too much to trying too little. Onyedika onto Van Aken. Van Aken, Romeo is with him. Van Aken has a go. That's a bit greedy. It flies into Tresoldi, who was again offside, by the way. Romeo just side-footed it. I think he might have... Maybe he should have gone for the near post, you know. Look at that near post. Defender was going away from the near post and the goalkeeper was wrong-footed. Should have gone near post. I mean, it's easier said than done, of course, but, you know. They are paid millions a year to do it. Seis. On to Ordóñez. Onyedika. Van Aken, Zolis, Spileers. Onyedika lifts the ball over the top. Zolis gets onto it. Zolis out wide into Romeo. Romeo gets pushed there. Now ball with Zolis again. Spileers, Van Aken. Van Aken again. Oh, poor pass Van Aken, but it doesn't get intercepted. Now Borges. Carlos Borges. Corps again. That's all he got a header there. It was a decent cross, but not enough power on the cross. When you get a cross like that, you have to generate the power yourself and you have to generate direction. And that isn't easy. Like, if you put in a cross here, you need to make it either really easy to put direction on it, so that the person who heads the ball just needs to worry about power, or you need to make the cross very sharp, so that the person doesn't need to worry about power, but just needs to worry about direction. Because doing both when taking a header is near impossible. For example, when you have those chipping balls, yeah? When you chip a ball into the far post, it's very easy to generate power on that. Because the ball is just going to drop down. You don't need to worry about direction. Because sure, on the far post, the ball is coming across net. You just need to head it to where it came from. So you don't need to worry about direction. And power, that's what you need to worry about. So then, your job is getting power on the ball. But when you've got a ball that's very sharply crossed, you don't need to worry about the power. The moment that ball touches your head, it's going to fly off and it's going to have pace on it. So you just need to worry, get this ball into the right direction. But when you've got a cross here, that's like, it's not really dropping down, and it's not really fast, but it's not really slow, then it's going to be difficult to generate power, and it's going to be difficult to get the right direction. Zolis wins a free kick now. It's the first thing he's done in about a month. No offense to Zolis, but he's been a bitch. Zolis has a go at it, it's blocked. And Zolis does not win the ball back, Lassoldi does. Mechelen, onto Van Aken. Van Aken, back to Mechelen. Good ball down the left here. Zolis takes too many touches. It's out for a corner now. Brugge with a corner. I don't like the way we're setting up for corners today. Sometimes we have a good corner day, and sometimes we just have a weird route. Forbes, misses the ball. That's very poor by Forbes. Mechelo wins the ball back, crosses it into nowhere. Was a bit too panicked there to cross the ball in. Long ball by Antwerp. And Antwerp lose the ball to Forbes. Sorry, Ordonez even. Ordonez uses his body very well to hold on to the ball. Now ball on the left. We've played okay, but it's been 30 minutes and still no goal. Now Trasoldi does not win the ball. It's cleared by Tsunashima. Yuto. That's easier to pronounce. I'll call him Yuto-kun. I'm on that level with him. If you don't know Japanese culture, I suppose that means something. Vermont. Seis. And Van Aken. It's crossed in. Cleared. Tresoldi over the bar. Good bit of tech to get the ball down, but not it. Brugge, the inability to score this season. It continues. Vermont. Good ball down the left by Vermont. Forbes is onto it. Vermont into the box. It goes backwards to Onyedika. Onyedika to Zolis, who has to shoot. And that's not quite it either. Adekami is on the left. Ball goes backwards to Tsunashima. Benitez ball forwards. Ordonez wins it back. Good stuff by Ordonez. Once again, Ordonez with the ball. Joel Ordonez, you could pass it, maybe, please. I beg of you. Ball up the pitch to Romeo. Romeo gives the ball to Onyedika. Romeo Vermont, once again. Ball to the left, Forbes. Forbes. Good ball to the far post, headed a bit backwards. Van Aken picks up the ball, now Onyedika. Seis. And Forbes again. Forbes goes inside. Romeo, poor touch Romeo, but we get the ball back. Van Aken now. Lasoldi loses the ball. Van Aken brings it down the right. Zolis. Zolis. Watching Zolis play right now is frustrating. Zolis. With a free kick. Zolis throwing up gang signs over here. Good ball down the left, Kerk. Kerk backwards, now Ordonez. Van Aken. Ball to the left, Forbes. And Zolis running down the middle. Zolis coming down the left here, Forbes. Just holding onto the ball, now Zolis. Zolis. Forbes. And Zolis. Romeo. Took a shot, it was blocked, and now it's rolled out for a corner to Brugge. Again, we're doing bits, but still no goal. We could be waiting quite a while for a goal. We need to get at least one goal by half-time. We can't keep this 0-0 here. What the fuck is this setup? It's just thrown into the box now. Cleared. Can we just take a normal corner? We're going through all our routines right now. Like, take one normal corner, just no routine, just get in the box, figure it out. Big up, Adam! Big up, how are you? How are you? Flamingo won. Flamingo won, bro. 1-0. Ball intercepted here by Brugge. Romeo. Romeo, good play again. Look at his holder play. It's so good. So good, Romeo, but such a pussy. That's a problem. He's a pussy. If Romeo had the attitude of Ibrahimovic, of Haaland, of Lewandowski, where it's like, I'll have a fight. So good, bro, but he's such a pussy. That's the problem. He just needs to have that warrior mentality of, I'm not going down. Says, running into the box. Says, Van Aken. Now down the left. It's crossed in. Cleared. And shots by Says is blocked as well. Says another shot being blocked. And leaves the ball for Forbes, who crosses and it's cleared. Set piece FC yesterday. Corner kick and goal from Danilo. Yes, the fourth arrived. Hey, Danilo, bro. Legend. Flamingo legend. Come on, Chelsea. Humble those scumbags. Hey, get those threats. Get them out, end it. Get Chelsea to go silent and stay humble. Vinny, Haaland's Doku. We're not getting Vinny, mates. If we get Vinny, I'll be incredibly surprised. Picks defeated. Poor pass this. Romeo gets to it, but he's got to go backwards now. Romeo tried to take on his man, but then get past him. Zolis wins the ball back. It's crossed into nobody. Zolis somehow managed to get onto that ball, but he was never going to score. Even United playing better than City. Man United is losing to Crystal Palace, so I won't be quite sure about that. Vasco is gonna have to hold on along with the rest of the fan base as well. Fluminense, 3-color fans. They're gonna have to hold it. Hey. Gotta be shameless sometimes, you know. Sometimes you have to be shameless. But sometimes you've just gotta hold it. Spileert loses the ball here after running for 20 meters instead of passing it. And Villarreal taking Sociedad 0-0. Bad decisions passed already. That's all Liga refereeing for you. It was a penalty. Yeah, and they scored it. We conceded a penalty too, so, you know. If we didn't concede a penalty, it'd be 3-1 against Leeds. They look more solid than City. Well, City looks like water, so that's not very difficult, is it? Ball into the box by Gasoldi. It's straight at the goalkeeper. That's not a good cross. Flamengo has more Copa Libertadores than all crosstown rivals combined. 4-3. Hey. Romeo moves the ball to Forbes. Forbes gets it back to Romeo. Romeo's kind of the one who's making everything happen right now. Romeo and Van Aken. For the rest, I'm a bit disappointed. Onyedika has been good too. Defense has been mostly solid, but a few iffy moments with Spileers. And that's half time. Okay. No stoppage time, not at all. Okay. Rudiger will stop Haaland, he's back. Rudiger's never stopped Haaland in his career, though. Rudiger dropped such a biblical stinker against Haaland at the Bernabeu that he was dropped immediately next game. And then Haaland just failed to score. He had like enough chances to get a hat-trick, he just missed them. But that was Militao. Then he created the biggest chance at the Etihad as well. In the 4-beat season, when we lost. He created the biggest chance, but we didn't score it. Rudiger's never done well against Haaland. But people just look at the fact that Haaland hasn't scored against Rudiger. And they think it means that Rudiger does well against Haaland. Donnarumma has more yellow cards than clean sheets. Donnarumma has more clean sheets already than Ederson last season. So the last major trophy was 2011 Copa do Brasil. Flamengo washed, is that what we're saying? Washed until now, I guess. Are you sure that's correct? Because I just looked it up. Flamengo won the Supercopa this season. Won the Copa Libertadores this season. Then before that, they won the Brazilian Cup in 24. Won the Brazilian Cup again in 22, as well as the Copa Libertadores. Ah, Vasco. Vasco, I see. Vasco da Gama. How do you spell Vasco da Gama? Vasco da Gama. There we go. Yeah, so Vasco, they've won Serie A, Brazilian Serie A, 4 times. They've won Copa Libertadores in 98, to be fair. That means Trafford will have to play if Donnarumma gets suspended soon. How many yellow cards is it to a suspension? How many yellow cards before suspension? Premier League. 5 yellow cards. 5 yellow cards. Okay. And right now, Donnarumma has... Let's see here. He's got 4 yellow cards. So, after the 19 games, the yellow cards reset. So if Donnarumma picks up 1 yellow card in the next 13... sorry, what? If Donnarumma picks up 1 yellow card in the next 6, I believe... How many games have we played? Let me check. Let me check here. Yeah, 13 games played. So if Donnarumma gets 1 yellow card in the next 6 games, then he'll be suspended for 1 game. Vasco da Gama, think they had ownership that changed everything, and that's why they haven't been competing anymore. Hey, they're like Man United. Like Man United, bro. Rangers equals Calvin Phillips 2.0. Well, unlike Calvin Phillips, he's playing at least. People are talking that Foden was offside. Did I post the timer, by the way? Yes, I did. People are talking that Foden was offside. Let me try to find the clip. I'm sure this is all over Reddit, because you know. Reddit will, if it's something related to Man City, Reddit will talk about how unfair things are. Xerxes scored for Man United. Washed brother did his job. The washed brother did his job. I'm seeing nothing of this supposed Phil Foden offside, so if it's not on Reddit, you know there's no truth to it, because Reddit will be full of that shit. Torino missing a penalty to tie the game, 2-1. Aye. Don't shit on Rangers, man. Right now, United are shit. Yeah, they're 1-1 with Palace at the moment. Xerxes scored. Man like Xerxes, bruv. Does that mean that Šeško was benched? Yeah, they benched Šeško, man. Their top striker that they bought. Cunha as well. Hey, guys, what did I tell you guys about fucking Cunha, mate? I told you guys he's gonna get benched at some point. He's fucking overrated, bro. Cunha and Šeško on the bench. It's almost like I know ball. Šeško, not a striker. So when you put him at striker, he's gonna flop. Cunha, not as good as people think he is. And look at that. Cunha on the bench, Šeško on the bench. Color me shocked. Imagine spending all that money and you're still average. At best, you're average. Do they? Do they though? Because if you look at Man United, since they lost to Brentford, so from October to now, let's go from the start of October to now. They won 2-0 against Sunderland. They won 1-2 against West Liverpool. Beat Brighton 4-2. Drew 2-2 with Forest and Spurs. They lost to Everton. 10-man Everton, by the way. Now they're finally beating Palace. Ay, ay, ay. 4 lads by Palace, but then you look at the next games they've got coming up. West Ham. Wolves. Bournemouth. They'll lose to Bournemouth, bro. Or they'll lose at Villa Park. Marmoush definitely leaving next summer. He needs to start playing Marmoush. He really does. It's ridiculous how he's just on the bench as long as he is. Goal Man United. Palace didn't even score from open play. I thought they might have done it by now. And bottled it yet again. Yet they missed a few chances and then concede. Breaking. Man City are considering triggering Antoine Semenyo's, I was gonna say Anthony Semenyo, Antoine Semenyo's £65 million release clause in January. I'm all for that. By Paul Joyce, by the way. Paul Joyce. Where's Paul Joyce? Is he a trustworthy journalist or is he some random? Well, he works for the Times. Yeah, this guy is trustworthy. He works for the Sunday Times. Definitely trustworthy. Excuse me. But by the way, in this game, what would you want to say heading to the second half? Play better. Nah, we just can't score, bro. We're bamming them, but we can't score. Like, you can't say much about that. That's just the final third being shit. Yeah, he's trusted. I just looked him up. He looks trustworthy. If they worked for the Times, the Athletic, or something like that, they're probably trustworthy. Especially if they work for the BBC. The BBC almost never reports something fake. That is the top journalist for me, BBC. When it comes to English football. Not in general, but BBC for English football, probably the best news source you can get. The menu and this team. Go. Again, imagine. You're losing 2-1. It's the menu off the bench. Go get a goal. That's a game changer off the bench that you've got right there. I wouldn't start him, but I would have him on the bench and he'd be a game changer. I'd play him in the cup games. I'd play him into against the smaller teams. That's a goal scorer that can change games and that can turn results for you, but Pep needs to play him. One moment here, I'm watching something. One sec, let me let you guys join here. Let's do this screen. Dun-dun-dun. Can you guys see that properly? I hope you can. There you go. You can see that just fine. Follow the red ball. That's the question. Follow the red ball. It's the one on the left now. Now it's in the middle. Now it's on the right. In the middle again. Right. In the middle. In the middle. Left. Middle. Left. 1. It's ball number 1. Show it. It doesn't show it. Ah, come on. Now how am I supposed to know my answer? Yeah, I think it's number 1. I think it's number 1. They didn't give the answer. How gay. You can't post a video like that and then not give the answer at the end. You can't do that. If we sign Semenyo this January and get Elliot Anderson in the summer, we're cooking. I mean, yeah, FFF. We need to just go and do it. And listen, our team is not that bad that we can't win games, but when you're leaving Barmush on the bench as long as you are, you're inviting this type of stuff. In the summer, I'd test our chances for Rafinha as well. I'd love Rafinha. I very strongly doubt Rafinha goes to Man City. But if we get him, I mean, that's a triple A signing, isn't it? Rafinha is like top drawer signing. Let's get my timer out here, because this game is about to kick off again. And let's see if Brugge can actually score in the second half. Because the first half, good play. Terrible scoring. Terrible finishing, should I say. Already kick off. There you go. This team congratulated Flamengo. Congratulated Flamengo after losing the semis to Palmeiras. Hey, that's peak, bro. Could City potentially make a swap deal for Guehi? A swap deal approach Guehi for Ake? Why Guehi? What's he gonna solve? What's he gonna change? Guehi is a worse version of Guardiol. He's got the same experience. He's gonna cost money. And he's good, but he's got all the same problems Guardiol is gonna have. And he's not as good with the ball in his feet. In the air, he's maybe a bit better than Josko, but in the box, on transition, not so much as Josko. Guehi is a good player, but he's not the player we need. Ball into the box by 4%, Vermont! Oh! We just can't score right now, can we? Sace wins the ball back. It's played by Antwerp. That's a risky pass backwards, but we hold on to the ball. The club's nickname for short is just LD Cuto. I think that's how you pronounce that, right? In Spanish, Cuto. Because in Dutch, the U and I become Ui. Because you have U, I, and together they become Ui. But I think in Spanish it's like Cuto, so I guess the U and I become U. Cuto. Is that how you say that? I think that's how you say that. I'll just call them LD. Who would you say top 3 dream signings are in are? 2 in January, 1 in the summer. Well, dream signings I'm not gonna do, because dreams don't happen. But I think possible signings. Signings that are possible in January and then in the summer, right? I'd say Matty Cash and Jared Bowen in January. That's possible. And then in the summer, I'd take... I guess I'd have to take a midfielder then. Summer is not as easy. Because I'm looking at a lot of midfielders. I'm thinking... Maybe in the summer we go in for Valverde. I think that's actually possible. Because Valverde is not playing at the moment. But... it's Real Madrid. It's difficult to attract their players. And then you have... I guess Gibbs White or Elliot Anderson. Who could be other options. So, January, I'd say Jared Bowen and Matty Cash. Immediately shore up that defense. Oh, we're not gonna do. Of course, I'd rather Bowen over Semenyo. Oh, that's a ridiculous question. Bowen is one of the best players in England for the past few years. Of course, I'd take Bowen over Semenyo. Come on now. Jared Bowen averages a goal every 4 games. This season, with a finished West Ham, he did a goal every 2 games for the past 3 seasons. Come on now, can't have this Bowen disrespect, can we? Ball into the box, cleared by Brugge. It looks like Mignolet went off, by the way, for the Dani den Heuvel. Yeah, but he's not here for the long term. Jared Bowen is here to be experienced. You get an experienced player for a few years. You go get the proper top winger, because Semenyo is not a top winger. Let's be honest, he's a good winger, but he's not a top winger. Jared Bowen, immediate experience, and gives you time to go look for the top winger. You've got 2 or 3 years to find one. If you can't find a top winger in that time, then I don't know. Ball down the right now. Solis still. Into the box, Van Aken. Header, too close to the goalkeeper. Liga de Quito, Ecuador. The full name in Spanish. Den Heuvel on. Yes. Mignolet, still struggling with injury, I suppose. The biggest rival is the other Barcelona. Barcelona Sporting Club of Ecuador. Semenyo would be long term. No, it wouldn't. Semenyo is not good enough for long term. He's a good player, but he's not that good. But by the way, when you talk about Semenyo, he's already 25 as well. He's only 3 years younger than Bowen. I'd take Bowen over Semenyo. The Semenyo is not good enough for long term. What we need right now is not a winger who we're going to be starting in 3 or 4 years from now. It's a winger who's going to fix up our attack right now and gives us enough time to find the proper long term winger. So we beat Tottenham in any bidding war. If Tottenham want a player and Man City want a player, who do you go play for? If you're Jared Bowen and City wants you and Tottenham wants you, you're not gonna go Tottenham, are you? Especially not considering the mess they're in right now. We've got more money to give for wages. We've got more money to give for transfers. And we're just a more appealing team. We're a team where you can win trophies. Besides, Jared Bowen is a West Ham guy. He's not going to want to go Tottenham, probably. Kudus is different, because he played at West Ham, but he wasn't a West Ham player. Like, he wasn't a West Ham guy, if you know what I mean. Villarreal, 1-0. No, there haven't been any links. There haven't been any links, because Man City doesn't want Bowen for some reason. But I'd take him in a heartbeat. Ball out for a corner now. Jared Bowen would be a fantasy. But to be fair, there were no links to Sherky either. There were no links to Sherky. Then suddenly, 1 month before the end of the season, a bunch of links. And then immediately at the end of the season, we got them. So you don't always need to have links. There were no links to Bernardo Silva either. No links at all. There was not even talk about Bernardo Silva to Man City. It was just announced suddenly. Man City have signed Bernardo Silva. No links, no transfer rumors, no anything. Just suddenly, Bernardo Silva at Man City. So it can happen. As long as they're in relegation, they're not gonna want to sell Bowen. But the thing is, well, first of all, they're not in relegation right now. I don't think Olise is gonna leave Bayern München. I don't think in the next 3 years, next 5 years. I think he's gonna play most of his career there, probably. Ball won by Seis. Seis into Forbes. Forbes turns around. Going inside on Yedika. But as I was saying, West Ham isn't in relegation zone right now. They've got a game on hand. And if they can get out of that relegation area, get comfortable, why not? Because if they sell Bowen for 80 million, say 80 million, that's 3 players that they can buy with that money. They can shore up their defense. They can get 2 attackers to fix their finishing. They qualified for the World Cup 2029 edition like PSG. I still don't care about that World Cup. It's such a fraudulent competition. Mechelen defending well here. Ball goes out for a corner. It isn't, though. If you're willing to pay 65 million for Semenyo, then you definitely are willing to pay 80 million for Bowen. They have qualified for this year's defense or Continental Cup. They play Cruz Azul in the Derby of America. And possibly play PSG in a few weeks. They've got that Intercontinental Cup now as well, don't they? That's also something so stupid. This year, you mean like 2025? I could not tell you 2025, but if you mean this season, he's got 3 goals, 1 assist. Last season, he had 13 goals, 9 assists. The season before that, 16 goals, 6 assists. Like, you get me? This is a bagsman. And he does more than back as well. Play him right wing, left wing, striker. Not false 9, striker, he can do it. Flamengo could win 3 more trophies after Wednesday Brasileiro League title lifted. What? It's a Brazilian Serie A. Yeah, the Brazilian Serie A is almost done. What the fuck is gonna happen to Konate now? He ain't getting his dream move. I don't know. Is Marmoush a success for City, realistically, looking towards the future? That depends. Is Man City gonna start playing him? Is he gonna do good for City if we start and continue to play him? If so, yeah. But what he's done so far, no. Ball into the box by Van Aken. Not a good ball. It's thrown out by Antwerp goalkeeper. And they go forwards quickly. It's Zolis who comes all the way back to defend and gets the ball to the goalkeeper, De Neuvel. Van den Heuvel even. But yeah, I'll be doing a watch for it as it's broadcast on TV. Global International for me in the USA. Cheers! Marmoush thrived playing with Ekitike as a second striker. Center forwards, correct me if I'm wrong, but why can't we emulate this with Erling Haaland? We can, and we have. We have already done that. Last season. Last season, Marmoush played a few games left wing, while he was like left wing inverting. He was behind the false 9, De Bruyne, or behind Haaland, who played as a striker. He scored every goal from those positions. He never scored as a striker. He never scored on the right wing. And this season, we've only played him as a sole 9, or 3, 4, 5 minutes at the end of a game. Salah or Mane, who's better? Listen, they were both ballers. I would say when Mane was at Liverpool, Mane was better during... like when Mane was at Liverpool, and they were both there, I'd say Mane was better. But I think Prime Salah is better than Prime Mane. Van Aken spills the ball and it's going backwards now. Onyedika. So like if we talk 1920, then I'd take Mane. But like if we compare Prime to Prime, I'd take Salah. Mechelen poor tackled there, but defense keeps being put under pressure because we can't score. I mean, look at this chance again. It just doesn't... Our chances, we keep getting like half chances, but we can't get the final ball right. Baleba, Wharton, or Anderson? Which one should City push for? I mean, if that's the options, most definitely Anderson. Baleba is terrible on the ball, and Wharton is terrible off the ball. Like, good players, but not whole players. When you play at Man City, you need to be whole. Or you need to be ridiculous. If you're a one-trick pony, but your trick is scoring 5 goals a game, then you can be a one-trick pony. But for the most part, you need to be a bit better than a one-trick pony at a top club. Says terrible that. If City had the opportunity to sign Anderson and Wharton, but it would mean sacrificing Rodri, would you do it looking into the future? No, Wharton is shit. Wharton is shit, bruv. Rodri is going to be our best midfielder for another 3 or 4 years. He's not finished, he's just coming back from injury. He's gonna need a bit of time to come back from his ACL. That's to be expected. But he's gonna come back from that, and he's not gonna be finished. Palace getting locked up, still 1-2 down. Palace stinking and hooked. Wharton is alright when he plays without the ball. Or with the ball, sorry. But when he doesn't have the ball, he's average, man. He's very good on the ball, but off the ball, he's average. If you take Wharton on the ball and Baleba off the ball, and you put that into a single player, you get Gonzalez. That's what you get. Nico Gonzalez. And actually, Gonzalez is probably a bit better than that still. So, yeah. And Brugge can't finish for shit. Neither can we. Brugge has missed hella chances here. And Antwerp is going forwards now. It's into the hands of Van den Heuvel. Looked a bit panicky there when he collected the ball. I'm surprised that Antwerp took off Kerk, by the way. They took off Kerk for Van den Plas. Like, you know. Maybe Brugge need to make a substitution. And Nketiah is so ass. How many chances has he missed? Bro, that Arsenal hype, it ain't living up to anything, is it? Scored the winner against Man United, didn't he? A few years back. They thought they were gonna win the title. And Nketiah scored that winner and they thought, yeah, we done it. We fucking done it, mate. They did not do it. Says, ball to the left, Forbes into the box. And it's cleared. Van Aken wins the ball. Van Aken is going to slide in to keep it as well. Brilliant that by Van Aken. Now, Zolis, what the fuck are you doing, man? Bro, hook this guy. He's so slow on the ball, man. And Nketiah, yeah. He's like a fucking tractor. You know when you're behind a tractor on the road. It's like, fuck's sake, man. Big up to my farmers. Big up to the farmers, but fuck's sake, get off the road. Glasoldi now. Glasoldi. Still, Glasoldi does very well here. Now he loses the ball. Should have passed it a second earlier. Onyedika goes from distance. Blocked out for a corner. Words putting extra effort in the gym. Rangers needs to put on like 2.5 kilos as well. Yeah. I mean, a lot of our players need to hit the gym. I can't lie. Yeah, bro, hook Zolis, bro. Bring on Diakon. Hook Zolis, bring on Diakon. He's on the bench, right, Diakon? Oh, he's not. Why is Diakon not on the bench? Okay, I didn't know he was injured. Thought he was gonna be okay. Okay, bring on Sequet then. Or Campbell. We've got Chandra Campbell. Bring him on. Van Aken's header. Oh, shot wide by Mechelen. Oh. We can't be dropping points against shitty teams because we're allergic to scoring, man. I don't want a younger squad. I don't want an Epstein FC squad. I want a better squad. If the better player is 5 years old, get the 5-year-old in it, but most usually it's not the 5-year-old. Free kick to Brugge now. Brugge still has not scored. Zolis goes down, another free kick to Brugge. Gotta start giving out yellow cards, ref. Like, when you're allowed to push all game long, you're gonna have it a bit easier to defend as well. The referee is gonna have to start giving yellow cards, because it's getting a bit ridiculous. Vermont brought down and a free kick again. Well, give a yellow card, man. Why does this referee not give any yellows? Atletico Madrid have joined the race for to sign Crystal Palace and England's defender Mark Guehi. Would be mad if it happened. He can go to Atleti. I don't mind that. Mauricio Benitez picks up a yellow card. Took long enough for one of them man to get a yellow. I mean, look at the way they've been just playing aggressive, tackling aggressively. That's the first yellow card. And it's for intervening in a free kick. Romeo. Good stuff, Romeo. Now you've got the ball. It's Zoli, sorry, not Romeo, but good stuff anyhow. Zoli's now into the box. No, Zoli's can't hold on to it. It's out for a throw in to Brugge. I won't be surprised if West Ham Liverpool ends in a 0-0 draw. I won't be surprised if it's 3-0 to West Ham. So do I. West Ham need that win, bruv. Nuno Espirito Santo, bro. Remember the name. Ball into the box, cleared by Antwerp. Now Antwerp to go on a counter here. Come on, sprint back, lads. Sace is beaten, but Adekami just runs the ball out of play. And it's still 0-0. Give it another business day, and it might be 1-0 at that point. We're not scoring in 100 years, are we? If you were a Liverpool fan, would you have sacked Slot by now? No, cause Liverpool fans can't sack managers. But I get what you mean. I think Slot should be gone. I can't lie. I think it's funny that he's still around. I can't lie, but that's England. England just has such pussy culture when it comes to sacking a manager. Ball to Van Aken. Shoots it into the stratosphere. Would the frustration have come earlier? Slot should have been long gone, I can't lie. Arne Slot should have been long gone. But as a wise man once said, hey bro, Slot needs to be gone. He's going to be worse than Pep last season at this rate. But as a wise man once said, and these are really wise words, eras come to an end. Big up Den Haag. Eras come to an end, you know. Ball cleared by not by Mechelen, Spileers. Van Aken now heads the ball to nowhere. And it's out for the throw-in to Brugge. Anyone. You don't need to worry about who you're gonna replace them with as a fan. That's the club's job. Oliver Glasner, go get him. Ariola, a manager like that. Javi Hernandez, he's free. Wirtz injured. Why he playing? I don't think he was injured for long. I think it was just a small knock. Man United's won 1-2 against Crystal Palace, by the way. Sean Dyche should do the job for Liverpool. Sean Dyche is an Everton man. He ain't going. There's a lot of good managers that are available right now. Like, again, Oliver Glasner. But I don't think you'd get him until January, at least. This has to be the game. Words Cooks in. Van Aken into Romeo. Romeo loses the ball. Now Onyedika. Words ain't gonna cook, bro. Because the midfield just ain't set up for him. Yeah, Palace should have won that. They were finishing as shit, bro. They need to learn how to finish. 40% to the box, brilliant by Forbes. Now Onyedika's shot is blocked. Solis puts someone on his ass and it just takes too long. Van Aken now a poor pass. Come on, learn how to finish, bro. Final third is pathetic. Says. We've had this man on ropes all game. And it's still 0-0. Al Sahafi and Scott coming off. Abadi and Dirks coming on. Words needs to have a good game today. Yeah, he does, but he won't. Again, the midfield is just not set up for playing with Words. Forbes. Into Onyedika. Onyedika's shot is cleared. Mechelen heads the ball backwards. Ordonez. Brugge losing the ball in our own half here, I mean. Ball into the box by Antwerp, it's caught by Den Heuvel. And it somehow just creeps out for a goal kick. Liverpool not starting Chiesa just seems disrespectful at that point. Hey. Gravenberg on the right wing. They have no respect, man. I don't think Gravenberg will be on the right wing. I think maybe Google shows that, but he won't be. VAR is checking now for a potential penalty. Because Onyedika being stupid has his hands up here instead of down here. Classical Onyedika moment. There's no way we miss all those chances and then Antwerp get a penalty. Oh, I can see it's happening already. I can see that penalty on the horizon already. I'm not sure. I think it's pretty 50-50. I think it's fair if they give it. His hand should not be here. Like, let's be honest. His hand should not be there. Nick Woltemade destined to join Bayern in 2 years. Not sure it's going to take 2 years at this point. Might be in the summer already. But hey, that's what happens when you don't score your chances. Should have been 3-0 up already. But final third, pathetic. And that's what happens. Let's see then. He's gonna go check. I think he'll give it. I think he'll give it. Because I think it's 50-50, but he touches it with his hands. That's the problem. He does touch it. Voltemade is one sick player. Yeah. Yes, but I think he'll give it. I can't lie. I think he'll give that. His hand shouldn't be here. That's why he'll give it. Yep, penalty. Penalty to Antwerp. And that is just what Brugge deserve. Terrible final third. Not making the best of your chances. And Onyedika, being the dumb ass that he is, having his hands up here in the box. I swear to God, can't coach stupid. Why have your hand here in the box? Stupid players will always be stupid players. You can't unstupid someone. You can't raise someone's IQ. And your IQ is on the floor. It's there for life. This guy is stupid. Like, genuinely dumb. Dumber than a dog. And that's what happens. Why have your hand up here? Like, is it not... Why have your hand up here? If I'm running, my hands are like this. How do you run with your hand up here? Like, it doesn't even make sense. It's not natural posture. There's no reason for his hand to be up there. If you're gonna run, you're gonna put your hands... It's baffling. Who is Biden's top game replacement? Voltemade, probably. Then Heuvel stops a penalty and the rebound is over the bar by Adekami. Wow. Wow. Antwerp. Yikes. Antwerp is just giving. Mateta is not that guy, though. I like Mateta, but he's not that guy. Antwerp is just shooting themselves in the foot. Brugge did not deserve to still be in this game. Antwerp should have scored. He's on his line. They're checking, because apparently he was off his line. I don't think he was. They might re-gift this penalty, though. The rule is you have to have 1 foot on the line. Right? I think that's the rule. Yeah. Play continues. Penalty is not retaken. Now Brugge going forwards. Ball out for throw-in. And now the Antwerp players are starting to get angry. Leao is overrated. So mid. Yeah. Leao is hella overrated. I agree with that. Gasoldi coming off for Furl. Forbes coming off. Why Forbes? For Stankovic. Well, probably Sique. And Vermont. What is this, man? He's taking everyone off except Zolis, bro. Why is Zoli so protected? He's dropping a stinker. Come on, man. Fuck's sake. Vermont, Trasoldi, Forbes playing really good. But they get shafted so that Zolis can keep playing. Zoli's been the reason this attack ain't gelling this game. Vermont has been our best player this game as well. This is stupid substitutions, man. I mean, finally he makes them, but these are Pep Guardiola substitutions, like, you know. This is stupid, man. You don't take off the players who play well, you take off the shit ones. This is how it feels to be a Man City fan, and you watch Bernardo Silva play a full game. Zubimendi would have cooked in our midfield, I ain't even gonna lie. Yeah, maybe. But then we start getting into homegrown issues, probably. That's probably why we're looking at homegrown options for midfielders. Sikwe. And Van Aken. Good ball to Campbell. Zolis goes backwards. Now ball to Van Aken again. Van Aken into the box. It's coming to Seys now. Seys crosses it in. And Stankovic wins the ball again. Onyedika. Campbell. Campbell gives the ball to Sikwe. Sikwe has a go at it. It's straight at the goalkeeper. We should have kept a striker on the pitch, man. This is so dumb. Why is Romeo Vermont coming off the pitch, man? If I'm Romeo, I'm just leaving the club in January. I put in my bid to leave in January if I'm Romeo. Imagine being the best player at a football team and they keep you on the bench all the time. If I'm Romeo, I'm saying I'm leaving. Bye. Adios. The fuck am I doing here? I'm carrying your attack and you're taking me off for the Zolis. Rough. We did this against Anderlecht as well. Romeo was our best player against Anderlecht. We hooked him. Why? He's our best player. You take him off. He was our best player this game. We took him off. What the fuck is this? Guy Fudel into the box. He's taking too long. You need to cross sooner. Come on. We have the entire Red Sea parted for you and you're taking 20 minutes. So they just missed a penalty, right? They did miss a penalty. And the rebound. Shot it over the bar from 5 yards out. Guy Fudel heads the ball on to Zolis. Zolis. Still Zolis. Wow, great start, Zolis. Fucking pathetic. 1-0, Strasbourg leading at home. Big up to Strasbourg Steve. He's gonna be happy about that. Speaking of Strasbourg Steve, like, subscribe to me if you haven't already. Go check him out. He's a great streamer as well. Van Aken. Ball cleared. Stankovic wins it. And Seys doesn't get to the ball. He lets it out for a throw-in. And Antwerp have scored. Wow. 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 Antwerp have scored. Antwerp have scored. And then they scored from open play. Wow. I mean, that's what you get. That is what you get. You take off your best player again. It's over. Yeah, it is over. This is pathetic. This is pathetic. I dream. And to some extent, best replacement for Bernardo has to be Yildiz. Ah, is shit. Overhyped player that people don't watch. Will props go to Arsenal. But he definitely has Bernardo traits. Maybe. Silence, bro. Ain't nothing to say. This is sad. That's what it is. Small world we live in. Rashford is 29. Well, that's not how you use that saying, but yeah. Liverpool is playing. Fuck Liverpool. Don't give a fuck about Liverpool. Says. Ball into the box. Cleared. Van Aken. Campbell. And probably, because this is fucking sad. Liverpool could accept an offer for Federico Chiesa in January, with the winger not seen as an important player. Nah, I don't want Chiesa. Chiesa is not a bad player, but I'd take Semenyo over the Chiesa. Goalies again. Goalies into the box. We're done, yes. How much stoppage time? 9 minutes. So 7 minutes left. Top 7 Prem predictions. That's a bit random. It's top 7 gets shut up, doesn't it? I'll still say City to win the title, but we've got to win every game until January. But I'll say City to win the title. Until then. So City first, Chelsea second, Arsenal third. Why 9 minutes? Also, there's been a fuckload of stoppage time and a penalty, which took quite a while to check. There's been a lot of balls out of possession and stuff. Yeah, I'll say Man City, Chelsea, Arsenal, Aston Villa in fourth. I'll say in fifth, Crystal Palace. I'll say Crystal Palace in fifth. Sixth, Man United. Seventh, Tottenham. That's my predictions. Words back. It's back. Look at the lineup for Liverpool. Yeah, I'll check that out in a moment. Ball to the left here. Headed across the box. And now, ball is out for, I believe, a corner. 100 minutes. Well, no, 99 minutes, but yeah. Two 2-0 Villarreal, by the way. Sique to take an in-swinging corner. Mini Golasso in back of net, open play. And ball is out for yet another goal kick. Goal Wolves. Oi, Wolves is alive, bro. The Wolf breeds. Against Aston Villa at Villa Park, you know. Same Villarreal that got crushed by Dortmund a few days ago. But you can't compare it. Champions League is just a different level. Again, when people say, like, this team is shit, and they're talking about a Champions League team, like, those teams are not in the Champions League by being shit, you know. To even get into the Champions League, you've got to be a really good team. Like, they can be shit compared to your team, that is true, but they're not shit in general. Real Sociedad is not a Champions League team. Like, factually, they're not in the Champions League. They're not a team of that quality. So it's a massive difference. Oops. Sociedad Basque in the mud. Goal of Wolves disallowed. Sad. The Wolf almost lived, guys. Almost lived. Till it didn't. Apparently it's getting disallowed because of blocked view. Liverpool fans, are you gonna be angry about that? It's Wolves' goal. Liverpool fans, am I gonna hear you about that Wolves' goal? Just asking. Onyedika. Long ball to nobody. It's a good thing he can play a long ball. It's a sad thing he doesn't know how to play it. Or where to play it, maybe. It's a more accurate thing to say. Amy Martinez say thank Lord. Thank the Lord, I could tell. Amy Martinez is kind of moving washed, isn't he? 2 minutes of stoppage time remaining. Ball into the box by Antwerp. And it's cleared by Brugge, not very far. And goal kick to Brugge. Still 0-0. And here it's 1-0. 17 red cards in one football game. That's impossible. I think if you're down to... Is it 6 players? I think if once you're down to 6 players, you have to stop playing. So the max you could get is, I guess, 5 each team. Well, no. I guess you would get 9, and then maybe both managers is 11, theoretically. Going. Come on, you M. Movers. Come on, you movers. That's Anderlecht. I think that's supposed to be an Anderlecht fan. I'm not sure. Man of the match. Romeo Vermont, who was benched for Christos Zoulis, the Wash brother. Yeah, Nicky Hyen can go. He can go. Ridiculous. I do not understand why all these managers are so allergic to meritocracy. Meritocracy from football has gone, bro. There used to be a time you could be the best player in the world. You could win the Ballon d'Or. If you were playing a bad game, you'd be on the bench by the end of it. Now that doesn't exist anymore in football. They've got this idea in football where you just let the player play. Ah, bro. Bro, Zoulis is literally just like... what's his name? Zoulis is literally just like Bernardo Silva. Did fuck all, played the whole game. How? How is that possible? How can you do nothing and play the full game? Ridiculous. Ridiculous. That's the season done. Don't expect Brugge to win anything this season. That's the season done. If you can't beat relegation fodder at home, you will not win any trophies. Sack the manager today in the tunnel, sack him, and start worrying about next season. Because this season is done. Thank you, Nicky Hyen, you worthless fucking cunt. All these managers, yeah, they just got their favorite bunch of players. Oh, this player is my favorite, I can't bench him. Go fuck yourself. Go fuck yourself and fuck your favorite player, man. Stupid cunt of a manager as well. You can go. Sack him in the morning. Prediction, Anderlecht Union. Anderlecht will win now. I can see Anderlecht winning that now. You do know, by the way, if Anderlecht win that game, they leapfrog us. If Anderlecht win, they're on 31 points if they win, actually. But if Anderlecht win, look at that, they're just 1 point behind us. Sack this useless fucking cunt of a manager. Useless cunt. A cunt. Useless. Fuck him. Useless against Sporting. Useless this game. They took useless against Anderlecht. Washed useless, dumb, bitch, cunt, fucking... Every fucking swear word you can think of. That's what this guy is. I'm done with him.